Volvo is enjoying a new wave of success thanks to its critically acclaimed XC90 SUV. Now it's applying the same logic to the S90 Saloon and V90 estate cars, which it hopes will serve as alternatives to the Mercedes-Benz E-Class, BMW 5 Series and Audi A6 when they go on sale later this year. We invited a group of What Car readers along to review the Volvo V90 and S90. Let's see what they think.
The shape of the car is pretty cool for a Volvo. You know, to be honest and say, when you kind of look at a Volvo and people think you're kind of a bit older, but I think the design has certainly moved the game on quite considerably when you look at kind of the German rivals. Even though my two girls are fairly young, they're kind of quite into their cars. You know, if I said we're going to buy a Peugeot, they would refuse to go to school in it, for example. So the safety thing is a big thing, having, you know, your loved ones in the back. I have to also say that the sound system in there is absolutely phenomenal. If you compare it to some of the German rivals, the key feature on the 5 Series, for example, that we really like is the split tailgate. That would have been really cool if Volvo had put a split tailgate in, because nobody else does that. It's just easy with the kind of a family car for you to lift the boot lid, load it up, put the boot lid down, open the glass, and then just carry on loading again, and then put the glass down without everything kind of tumbling out the back end. I guess the key thing is how it handles on the road. This is going to be front-wheel drive. I drive a rear-wheel drive. It's all about the driving dynamics as well.
For me, being a father of 2 young children, and for work, from what I carry around for work, the estate version would work perfectly for me. The inbuilt booster seat on the back of the car is ideal for my eldest or even my youngest, who are not quite ready for non-car seats yet. The physical size of the boot, the fact that you've got some hidden storage as well, so if I'm travelling, I can hide my laptop, and it's secured by the tailgate that sits over the ridge that stops you bringing the floor up. With the sunroof in the car, the headroom is restricted. So I'm 6'2". If you are tall and a 6 foot plus, I think you will struggle, even in the driver's position, to not notice your head close to the ceiling or touching it. The all-round cameras, I think that will make a car of that size so much easier to park or see what's around you generally. In the centre console, you've got a little cubby holder to store your change for car parking. Apart from that, you've got space for a couple of bottles of water or whatever else you want to drink in front of the car. If it's a manual or an automatic, it doesn't interfere with your handys. S90, I'm not too keen on the rear of the car. I don't know, something strikes me as very American about it. It doesn't suit me, but the V90 definitely does.
Love the styling. I think it really translates well off the paper. It really looks great in the flesh. I love the interior, the cocoonment, the driving position is amazing. The touchscreen really has been done really nicely. Everything about it really, it's just a real step forward from the V70. The only thing I wasn't particularly keen on was the back boot space. I think the rear screen cuts in a bit too much for my liking. You lose a bit too much boot space that way, and I don't think the boot is quite as deep as the V70. Basically, as a family, we do a lot of camping activities. We go out and about a lot, we go on the coast, we do a lot of driving around. So having a big car, lots of space, room to put the kids in, and all the stuff they carry, it's really important to us. I think the styling is a real step forward for Volvo. It's really going to give BMW something to think about.
I'm a long-standing Volvo user, and this would be a very nice car to have to replace my present one. Now, the screen in the centre is good, and it's much easier to use than I expected. I like the electrically operated boot lid, that's fine. Particularly able to lock the car from the boot with the switches in the boot lid. And that reminds me that the electric fold down of the rear seat is also nice. The nearest I've seen would be an E-Class, but apart from that, I don't think there's anything that I would look at in place of it. It's Swede versus German, and there's just the different characteristics as you get in a Swedish car from a German car, and I prefer the Swedish. I've got an option on an XC70 right now, and I could wait for one of these. I'm into a tough choice right now.